Today, Dr. Ishrat Hussain is with us. Dr. Ishrat Hussain is currently the advisor to Prime Minister of Pakistan on institutional reforms and austerity. He is the former Dean and Director of IBA Karachi, former Governor of State Bank of Pakistan, and he is also the former President of Association of Management Development Institutions in Pakistan, which is a representative body of business schools in Pakistan and is the constituent of Association of Management Development Institutions in South Asia, which is the representative body of business schools in South Asia and also recognized by SARC. So today we will discuss the current situation of business education in Pakistan, and we will ask Dr. Ishrat Hussain for his suggestions and recommendations for the development and way forward of MTEP. Sir, please walk us through your contributions for academia, and as a Dean and Director of IBA Karachi, what were your key initiatives?
I think I had a four-pronged strategy. One was to completely rehabilitate and expand the physical capacity of IBA, because the last classroom was added in 1965 when there were only 200 students, and now by the time I reached there were almost 2,000 students, and the faculty members didn't have a place to sit in. How can you expect them to do any research if they are not able to have a place for themselves? And there was a shortage of hostel space. The students from upcountry and from Sindh were unable to come to IBA because they didn't have a hostel, and the girls' hostel didn't exist. So we embarked upon a 500 crore rupees project, which we got the funding all from the private sector, and we constructed 13 new buildings, facilities, sports grounds, and everything. So that was the first thing we did, and now the capacity of IBA is valid for another 5-6 years. You don't have to invest any new money into that. The second pronged strategy was technology upgradation. So we brought in the enterprise resource planning, we brought in the learning management system, we computerized our labs and laboratories and libraries, and now the students are given assignments on their iPads and on their laptops. And there is a great deal of use of technology for admissions, for registration, for everything. And that made the life much easier and also reduced the cost of employing administrative staff. The third idea was to get the best faculty, because we didn't have many PhDs in our faculty, so we recruited 72 PhDs from all over the world, from the best universities. And I'm glad that now the ratio of the faculty and non-faculty members is almost 75 to 25, which was the other way. And because you have the faculty members who are highly qualified, you have got great research projects, education of the students, academia, industry collaboration. So that was number three. Number four was that university should not remain an island in itself, just teaching and training the students. But we should also be of use to the community at large. So we have Center for Excellence in Journalism, Center for Executive Education, Center for Entrepreneurial Development, Center for Business and Economic Research, Center for Excellence in Islamic Finance, Center for Computing and IT. These are not inward-looking, but they're serving the community in Pakistan, the professionals and other industries who need our help. Even the government comes to our help. So that was a four-pronged strategy which was executed during my term as the Dean IBA.
Definitely your initiatives helped a lot in the development of IBA Karachi, and obviously you were connected with many other universities of the world.
Yes.
So please throw some light on the current situation of business education in Pakistan. What are the key challenges and where we lack
think what we introduced in BBA and MBA was to have a one-year experiential learning project. So you go to the industry, to the company, and try to help that industry with a problem they are facing, whether it is on marketing side or the human resource or operations and others. So the students get on-the-job training. They also get exposure to the companies, and the companies get their problem solved without hiring consultants. So that, to me, is what the future of business education should be. You must be like a medical doctor, that you diagnose the problem of the industries, and then you find what can be done about it and prescribe the right medicine so that whatever problems our industries are facing, they can be solved. So that is the thrust of business education.
Thank you, sir. In your opinion, what are the reforms that business schools should make to improve the quality of business education and also to create an overall positive socio-economic impact?
I think they have to be very much linked with the kind of government, non-governmental, and the private sector organizations. The faculty members should spend their summers looking at, associated with an industry, with a company, and trying to figure out what the problems are. And that becomes the research topic, which they can come back to the university and carry out with their MBA students or their BBA students. And that knowledge actually makes the students more relevant for employment, because ultimate job has to be found for these people. If they're not getting jobs, then there is no point in having a business school. So what we have to do is to create those kind of situations where the business schools graduates are really welcomed by the private sector, the government, and the NGOs. And there will be a symbiotic relationship between the business community at large. Otherwise, if you only have textbook learning in the MBA and the BBA, they're not suitable for subsequent jobs. So that, I think, is the thrust.
You are appointed as an advisor to Prime Minister of Pakistan on institutional reforms
Right.
and austerity. So in this regard, what are your recommendations to the government of Pakistan for the development of higher education, in particular business education?
Well, I'm not looking at higher education or business education as such, but we are helping the Higher Education Commission, the Ministry of Science and Technology, the Ministry of Education and Training in reforming their own institutions and strengthening the capacity of the commission, the ministries, to oversee the work of the universities and the business schools. For example, the new chairman is trying to connect the universities and the business schools with the real world problems. So he has got challenge funds for business students where they will be given one particular topic on which they have to come up with innovative solutions which can help the industry. So I think that is what we are trying to do, is to expand the capacity of the government institutions so that they can carry out their work more efficiently and cost effectively.
Okay, Dr. Ishrat, we see that institutional collaborations of academia are of huge importance, and currently across the globe all the universities are getting involved in organizing conferences, conducting joint research projects. They are facilitating faculty and student exchange programs on national and international level. And you are also the former president of Association of Management Development Institutions your suggestions and recommendations for MTech?
I think we should go beyond just these conferences where people come and take part in the panel discussion and disperse. I think most of the conferences or seminars or the workshops should be based on case studies or research which has been done by the faculty and the students. And you bring in the other parts of the society, the media, the private sector, the NGOs, so they become familiar as to what has actually been done and how can they benefit from it. If it is just a closed conference in which only the paper readers and their peers are attending, you're not disseminating that work which has been done by the universities and by the researchers to the larger community and to the larger society. So you have to open it up.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ishrat, for giving us your
My
precious
pleasure.
time.